Megan, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, I had Kelsey Nickerson on, and I asked her about three-point shooting because that seems to be your role this year as well. How do you take that role as a three-point shooter? Is that pressure-filled? Is it something you enjoy? How do you look at it here in your first year?
I actually really enjoy it. I know when she puts me in, that's what she wants me to do, is to shoot a three. So it's a little bit of pressure, but if I go in, I'm just going to think about, I got to hit this shot. And if I don't hit it, it's like, okay, got to hit the next one. But I don't think it's that much of pressure unless I actually miss them all. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
Well, is there more pressure at the college level or, as a standout in high school, or is there more pressure last year, for instance, in having to lead your team?
I think there's more pressure this year because I'm a freshman and I feel a little nervous that I want to perform well. And my senior year, I was just like, I know I can shoot it. I'm starting, so that's why I'm in here. I need to score. But now it's like, ooh, okay.
How hard is it to come off the bench and be really effective? Because, again, like you said, last year starting, you're in the game from the very beginning. What about this year and filling a role in the college level?
Well, right when you go in, my legs are like, okay, let's get going, come on. So if I get a shot or I get an open shot the first couple minutes, I usually don't take it because I want to be warmed up and into the game. So hopefully I'm in more than a couple of minutes so then I can really get that flow going.
Right. Yeah, and I can see that. You have to have kind of a rhythm to be a three-point shooter, right? When you were in high school, because we see you mostly as a three-point shooter here, did you have other ways of scoring? Were you a slasher, for instance? Did you do a lot of that, or were you more of an outside shooter?
I was more of an outside shooter. I usually didn't. I don't think I attempted that many free throws at all. So, sometimes when we really needed to score, I would go to the hole, but otherwise I would just shoot some threes or 15-footers.
Megan Paul is with us as our guest at halftime of the game against Drury. You come into a place like Drury, you take a look around. This is a pretty nice arena. Does it, intimidate probably isn't the word, but does it impress you?
It is very impressive. I love playing in big arenas, especially when they're packed, and I heard it's going to be a pretty good crowd tonight, so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah. But when you come into this place or any other place in the GLVC, is it more or less what you expected?
I think this is definitely, this is probably the best gym that we've played in by far. And I feel like, I hope that everybody just looking at the surroundings is getting pumped up just because of the gym.
Well, you guys beat them, though. Do you think they're going to react in a way and be ready to play you tonight?
I hope they're a little scared and intimidated by us, and I hope we just come out and start how we ended our game last time.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was awesome.
You guys are in the playoffs now, and have you talked about that at all?
We actually haven't really worried about it. We're taking it game by game, so once it gets to that point, I think we'll focus in on it.
Megan, you're a graduate of Kearney High School, and tell us a little bit about your family and all of that kind of stuff. Who are your mom and dad? Let's start with that.
My mom is Missy Paul, and my dad is David Paul. My mom's a stay-at-home mom, and my dad's an orthopedic surgeon. Okay. I have 3 other siblings. I have 2 brothers. One's, I think, 24 or 23.
Okay.
And then one's 15. And then I have a sister, and she just turned 21.
Okay. Were your older brother and sister athletes?
My sister actually was going to try and walk on here, and then she was like, I don't know.
Here meaning Drury or
No,
Jewell?
at William Jewell.
Okay.
And then she decided no, she was going to stay at K-State. And at K-State, she was also going to walk on and play basketball, but then she decided it was probably going to take too much time because she's a biology major. So she didn't really want to focus on basketball and biology.
Right.
But my older brother, he played all the sports, but he didn't continue in college.
You're a biology major, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to get into? Are you looking to be a doctor? Is that maybe where you're headed?
Well, I think I don't know if I want to be a vet or a doctor, so I'm going to take both the tests my junior year and see which one I do better on.
If you could be the world's first combination.
Exactly, yep.
That'd be great. How has school been for you? Is it a big challenge as opposed to high school?
I think the only challenge is that basketball is longer, so I have to manage my time a little better. But it's actually not as hard as I thought it would be. I was really scared, but I came in and I was like, oh, this isn't as bad. I just need to focus on one subject at a time and move on. It's really not that bad.
Do sports, and particularly being on the women's basketball team at Jewell, did it help assimilate you into college life? Did it make the transition easier that you had a group to belong with right away?
Oh, yeah. I definitely, whenever I was thinking about going to college, I was deathly scared of not having any friends. I was so scared. And then when I came here and everybody's so nice, I was like, oh my gosh, why was I even freaked out? It's not even a big deal.
I can't imagine you worry about having no friends.
Oh my gosh,
Come on.
Definitely. That was my biggest fear, for sure.
Well, you've been delightful. Thanks for taking the time here before the game to visit, and the best best of luck tonight. Hit a couple of those threes. And by the way, has anybody ever told you that the three-point line, you can move up and be right at it? You don't have to be 8 feet behind
I don't even notice. Everyone's like, you just shot it 5 feet away. I was like, I did? I didn't notice that.
That's awesome. Congratulations on a fine freshman year.
Thank you.
Megan Paul has been our guest, and we'll be back with more in a moment.